Hi and welcome. This is week 10 of the microeconomics course. So we are at the end. That means that the final things that are due are coming up, and they are coming up due Sunday of week 10. Specifically, you have to finish all your Connect assignments. We cover only one chapter this week. The chapter we cover this week is about behavioral economics. It's not very intense in terms of graphing and stuff like that, but there is a lot of good information that are also it's also very interesting because it talks about our behaviors as consumers, as people when we interact with each other. It talks about biases, things we don't understand about how things work, and that can lead us to make wrong decisions, I guess you can say. So it's a very interesting branch of economics. Apart from that, and you have to complete also the Connect work for that, you will have the final project due. And the final project, we'll talk about it. I'll show you again the document that you should keep in mind when you complete your work. But it's a short video, and in this short video, you have to discuss the specific item that you proposed a few weeks ago. So, each one of you proposed different things, and so you have to create a little presentation. You have to have the question you're asking, how you find your data. I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, so if you look at here at Blackboard, what we can go again to coursework, which is the important point. Coursework again, you go down to week 10. And week 10, the chapter is an introduction to behavioral economics. You go down and you have a series of here when you click here. Assuming I can click videos and readings. Oh, I didn't post any videos and reading for this one. The only readings you have is the chapter reading, sorry. And then you have here the PowerPoint presentation for the chapter. PowerPoint presentation looks like this. And the objectives are to look at the rules of thumb that people employ and how they sometimes drive you to do inefficient choices. And then the situation about impulse control or these other things called loss aversion. When losing something is really something that feels more painful than when you gain, than the pleasure you gain from gaining something. But it's a very good chapter, as I said, and so you can read that and read the chapter, look at the presentation, and you should not have that many problems in completing the Connect work. But apart from that, you want to go to assignments, and in assignments, again, on week 10, you will find all the assignments due for Connect, but also when you go here, project 3, the PDF is how you know what to do for the project. So let me show you here the document. When you look at the document, it talks about what you need to do. And ideally, since you have access through Central Pen at ScreenPal, which is a very good recording device, the one that I'm using for recording these things. So you go in, you use it, you record your video. You should have the slides ready, 5-6 slides, whatever the amount of slides are necessary. You can see here how many slides I advise you to use, but the video should be 5, 6, 7 minutes. Don't make it too long. It needs to be straight to the point and discussing what your topic is. Okay, then you record it, you upload it to YouTube, and then you post the YouTube link to Blackboard for me to grade it. I'll look at them, I'll see if you have all the requirements, if you've done some interesting stuff, and I'll grade it. This is worth a lot of points. It's worth a lot of points because I want you to show me that you understand what economic analysis is, ask a question, where to find information, kind of analyze it. Of course, this is a principal course. You're not asked to do PhD level work, just a basic analysis, right? And so we saw many examples throughout the course, and you submitted very, very interesting topics, and all the topics are good. So if I had some comments about the topics, I would have told you, would have sent my comments and, changed this and that, but generally they're very good. So what you want to have a presentation in which you have the slides. The slides should contain the hypothesis, the data, the results, and kind of some conclusion, but you don't want to read the slides. So what you want to do is have you go over it and you practice maybe once or twice once you have all the slides ready, and you discuss the stuff. You expand on the slides. But you know exactly when you have a presentation and people just read what's on the slide, doesn't make much sense, doesn't add anything. And so the slides are just like a little reminder with the basic stuff that you have in it. you should have at least 4 sources. And of course, sources could be data sources, could be articles, could be journal papers and stuff like that, whatever you find. But again, you want the research question, right? You want one slide maybe to say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to examine why different prices for the same gas and different gas stations are the same area. And then talk about the research, okay, and what research you used. So you want to say, well, what I looked, I went on Google Maps, I specifically found an area, I put gas, and it's you can show the map and say this is the price of gas at a specific time, and you can say when you did that, this is how much gas cost for the different areas. And then you discuss your findings. And so there you might cite different research that says, when you research, you say, why are gas prices different at different gas stations? There might be different articles that say, well, the cost of gas is different, or the location, whatever. And so you analyze the data that you found based on your research, why things are the way they are. And then you have a little conclusion. You say conclusion, the factors that determine different prices, maybe the distance, maybe one gas station is one of the side of the road that has more traffic, and so more people don't want to turn around to get to the other gas station, so they charge a little bit more on that side than the other side, for example, whatever you find, right? And then you have a little slide at the end with your sources, so I can see what sources you use for that. It's as simple as that. Simple analysis, but it helps you understand how economic research is done and what you can learn, right? And so when you go and work for your company, whatever company you will work on, when you get your degree, it would be helpful to know how research is done, because one of your jobs might be exactly that. If you work on pricing, you want to know how your competitors act, and why they act different ways. And so from that, you can help the company, maximize the profits, right? Stuff like that. So this is what's due this week. This is the last week. Again, you have to post this by Sunday of week 10. And then the week after, you just have a little, you have to submit simply there's a little a survey for the course. And, my hope that the course has been helpful to you. My hope is that you have understood the basics of economics, how they apply, whatever you remember the basics, ideas, and what markets are, how they work, market failures, and for your profession, how you do a market analysis, where you do a little bit of research, and then, other courses will help you expand on that. And you will see that it's all useful both as people, citizens, but also as future employees of some firms. And if you end up running your business, you surely need to know economics. You surely need to know what type of market your firm is in, the customer base, what the demand is, elasticity, and all that stuff. In any case, that's it. Please complete everything by Sunday. And thank you for being part of this course. Hopefully, as I said, it's been helpful. And now I'll end my last video. If you have any questions, again, you can email me this week as you are completing the work, and I'll be happy to help you. We can also do it on video, Zoom or whatever, to help you understand, what you're doing if you're working on your final project. It's worth a lot of points. So again, please spend the time, prepare the slides, prepare yourself before you record it, and I'm sure it will be very interesting. Now I'm stopping the recording, and thank you very much. Goodbye.